Ladies and gentlemen,
y'all know what time it is. Movers and shakers. Another show, a dope one. DJ Wayne Head, ASAP, JY, Mad Vlad, and this is D-Tay. I say what up, folk. Y'all already know we the 5, 4, 3, 2, and number 1 show. We got an ill show. Y'all others comatose. We chop it up with real G's that can come and toast to a good time, feeling wonderful. And ain't no interviews, we just sipping convo. DJ Wayne Head, he a dope host. And when he in the mix, you gotta hit the dance floor. The homie ASAP, he from the East Coast, so he wanna hear bars if you gon' flow. The boy JY, producer of the show, but Mike Lyre when he sipping on that 2-0.
Mike Larry.
And this is D-Tay on the intro. And I'm at Movers and Shakers with the underscore. And we the Movers and Shakers, yeah, it's us four. Catch us every Thursday starting at 4.
Hey, what about me, man?
Oh, yeah. Not glad.
Mike. Ooh. Texas 101 Jams, Movers and Shakers. DJ Wayne Head, ASAP,
D-Tay, JY, and
Mad Vlad. And our special guest.
We got her on now.
After all the trials and tribulations she put us through, it was all her fault.
That was not me.
It was all, and I'm telling the just truth. I'm just telling the truth.
He's gonna tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell nothing but the truth. Our special guest, R&B sensation.
There you go.
We got some questions though. We got some questions for that song.
Oh, bring them on. I love it. Come on.
We got some questions.
I ain't scared. Come on.
The beautiful, the lovely Just True is in the building.
Thank you. Look at this.
We're on the budget, so we gotta make our own special effects sound.
It's okay. It's okay. We improvising.
You working with us.
Understand.
Work with us. And our resident DJ is playing hooky right now, so we got to deal with what we got to deal with.
Nah.
All right, Wayne, you said you'll put yourself on mute. Is that him coming through the screen? Be quiet back there, Wayne. Here. So we want to start off our show with, how was your day going, beautiful? How was your Thursday going today?
It's going good. It's raining here, and I love rain, so I'm enjoying it.
Okay, you said,
me too. I love rain. I can sleep when it's raining. I get that good.
It's good for it's good sleep weather, good writing weather.
I get
good
horny.
Weather.
I get horny in the rain.
You know what?
I don't even think that's the rain.
I can't.
Snow, sleet, hailing.
Yeah.
Don't matter with him.
Don't matter. I'm with all of it. So you said it's raining there. So where is there? Where might that be?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
ATL,
you in the hey, huh? I'm jealous.
ATL.
You could invite us to the spot where we could have did the show live on the spot.
After I get off with you guys, I was going to the studio. You guys could have came to the studio with me.
All right, we will catch the red eye, and we'll be in about 25 after the show.
I can't. Don't worry, I'll be seeing y'all soon. It's fine.
Okay. So the way we like to start the show is we like to start from the beginning. Right?
Okay.
We're gonna go back a little bit.
We're gonna go back a little bit.
Oh boy.
Are you born and raised in Atlanta? Is that where you're from?
No.
Okay, so hit us with it.
I am from Youngstown, Ohio. Born and raised.
I never heard of that. That's
Don't go there.
Don't.
That's that. It must be. Yo, they get it in Ohio. I know about a couple spots in Ohio. They don't play around.
I love my city. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But it is most definitely a baby Compton town.
Damn, she said Compton.
Little baby Compton.
Like, Atlanta, baby, Bankhead or something. She said Compton.
So when she say Compton, we know what she means. She say
shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
we gonna respect Youngstown. We gonna respect Youngstown. So give us a little bit how life was like for you growing up in Youngstown, Ohio.
I would have to say life was an experience. Let's put it that way. you learn what you want in life. You learn what you will and will not put up with. You learn that, like, pretty much what I learned, especially from my parents, was, okay, I'm going to want the most for myself because it's going to carry on down the line to people in my life. So, I mean, like, one day when I have kids, it's going to carry to my kids and my grandkids. So I want to make sure that I create that legacy, and you got to work hard for that.
Okay, you said a key word. You said my parents. So it's safe to say you had a both parent household.
Yes, I did.
Give me a little bit of what that meant to you. How did that help you? How did that help your path or your journey to whatever you decided to be, or what did it do for you?
Oh man. Well, my mom, everybody in my family sings, so that kind of affected my entire life anyway. But I'm a daddy's girl. I will say that.
Okay.
So I grew up like extremely close to my father, and we're still close to this day. I'm close with my mom, but I'm close with my dad because, like, growing up, it's kind of like, I feel like daughters do need their fathers, most definitely. Like, of course, your kids, period, need your fathers, but daughters most definitely need their fathers because your dad is your first love. I base a lot of my stuff where it's like my standards came from my father. What I like, my dad would install in me, like he would say, a man, you most definitely want a man around, but you need to be able to carry your own. You don't want to be looking at somebody else to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself, because do you want a man to come to you to say, I want you to take care of me? No, then you got to carry your own weight too. So it's like stuff like that. I most definitely am thankful. And my mom, she most definitely chimed in too, because she taught me the compassion. She taught me the nurturing. She taught me, she's very much herself. My mom is a Scorpio, so that's the best way to put it. She's very much herself. She's very outspoken. And my dad, he's so calm, and he's a Libra. He's level-headed. So it's like I'm happy.
Libra. Yeah.
I love Libra.
We got us. We the scale, baby. Best sign ever.
Scales. Like my sisters. That's like my sister is my best friend, and she's a scale. She's a Libra. So it's like I grew up in that environment. My brother, he's a gem.
Okay.
I love my brother.
They say the Geminis are like crazy. Like they like.
Hey now, excuse you.
Personality,
right?
Is that true?
I am a twin bull, so.
Oh.
I'm on the cusp. So.
Hey, I'm a cuss too. Hey,
A cuss baby.
Another cuss.
Yes, cuss gang.
Cuss
Gang.
My birthday actually just passed, May 21st, same day as Biggie.
Happy belated.
Thank you. I turned one more year timeless.
No doubt. Did we turn up?
Yes, of course I did. I went to Miami and with friends and people that love me, family, and we got toe up. It was wonderful.
You called up all your friends. You was hanging out with them. I said you called up all your friends and you was hanging out with them.
No, I was hanging out. I was with family. So I'd rather be with family all day, to be completely honest. Because I know I'm protected. I know I'm comfortable. I don't have to be like on guard all the time. They're on guard all the time anyway. So it worked for me.
So where do you fall in line with your siblings? Are you the oldest? Are you the middle? Are you the youngest?
I'm the baby.
Oh man, so spoiled. Yeah. You got to tell us a little bit what life was like being the baby of the family. Did they?
No, I wasn't spoiled.
How did they treat you? Did they take your toys and make you find them? They hide the toys from you?
No, actually, the most spoiled was my brother because he's the only boy.
Gotcha.
He's the middle. He was a middle child, but he's the only boy.
As well, he should be. Okay.
My dad, I would have to say, my parents. My brother ruined a lot of stuff for me, my sister.
Gang.
He go do something and have his little moments, and my parents would be like, "Nope, can't go outside. Nope. Your brother was missing for 3 days.
Nobody's going out."
That's right.
I didn't do that. Was him. So it's like stuff like that. But no, I love my family most definitely. They installed a lot into me, like with my sister and my brother. I learned a lot from watching them, but I also love the dynamic we have because we're 2 years apart each. So my sister's 4 years older than me. My brother, he's 2 years older than me. So it's like we were still close, And like I got to see them go away to college, and then when I went away to college, they were there. So it was pretty awesome to have like people that I could call and be like, I can't call mom and dad. I gotta go. What should I do right now? My sister's like, dude. Like, or my brother's like, don't worry. Like my brother calls me little one. He's like, I got you, little one. It's fine. What do you need? Like stuff like that. So I most definitely I love my family.
So how was high school like with both of your siblings in high school together? How was that experience?
So y'all must have been all in at one.
Yeah, they all was in there one time.
Yeah, like my
Like,
sister
he
graduated
was a
06.
senior when he was a freshman.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
other brother was a
my
freshman.
sister was a senior when I was a freshman, and because my sister's birthday fell late, she was only a year ahead of my brother. So like when he was a junior, I was in 10th grade. For the
Gotcha.
longest, I was Sonia and Terrence's little sister.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was in high school, like me and my brother, we transferred schools because like Youngstown, like we said, little baby Compton, my mom was like, oh no, when we got in high school, because the school we originally was going to ended up shutting down, and we had a choice because they were merging three high schools into one. My mom saw the disaster and she said, you can either go here where your grandma's at, or you can go to this private school. I saw the skirts and I said, nope, I'm going over here with grandma. I'm not putting on that little pleated
plaid uniform.
Yeah.
I was already a tomboy growing up too. Can you imagine telling a tomboy she got to put on a
skirt every day? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Listen, and then I ended up joining cheerleading and still had to wear a skirt. But it was I was mad. I was mad at my dad. I wanted to play football. He wouldn't let me. But it was crazy because for the longest they thought me and my brother were twins, because when we switched schools, we went right across the border to PA. Because my grandma, she lived in Farrell. And it was like that's like 20 minutes from Youngstown.
Wow.
So it was like this, but the education, I was actually further ahead than a lot of the kids in my grade. So I ended up taking classes with a lot of seniors and juniors. And then my brother, because he was so far ahead, because we were like taking college courses when we were at school already. So like my brother, he had 4 gyms his senior year. So when we did have a class together, we both had AP Calc together. So when we're sitting there in this class, they thought we were twins until they were like, you're not graduating. I said, I'm in 10th grade.
So James Pritchard said, hey, my wife is a Libra. Geminis and Libras are highly compatible. So it kind of speaks to what you're saying, because you and your brother pretty close.
So close.
Me and my sister and me and my dad, they're both Libras.
Oh,
wow. So y'all really close family.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me how it was when the first boy tried to call herself liking you and Big Bro seen that happen. How was that experience?
Like, nah, little one.
It wasn't even Big Bro. It was Big Sis.
Wow. Tell us
Like
about
my brother, he's a gym, so he's more like, hey, da-da-da. He's like real light, fun. You know what I mean? My sister is looking at him like, put your pants up. You don't got a belt on? Where's your belt?
Wow.
You don't believe in that?
Wow.
Oh.
She pays attention to detail, huh?
Oh yeah, my sister was not with it. But my brother, he grilled the guy nicely. And my sister, she did it not so nicely. So she did it so he was afraid of. Now, mind you, my sister, I'm 5'2". So my sister, she's 5 foot. So it's this little
your little big sister.
Yeah.
my little bit, like, because I'm really not that much taller than her, but she hit here. People were scared of her. So it was like, early, they knew they had to come correct. I seen my sister check a teacher. So it's kind of
She was one of them, huh?
Yeah.
she didn't play, especially when it came to like me and my brother.
So when did you think, or when did you know that you had a musical talent? When did you discover that?
So there's 2 times. All right. So I was 3.
Okay, I saw that.
And this is my dad is probably cringing right now somewhere. I'm just letting you know he feels this story being told again. We were like I said, my entire family sings. Now we were at my grandpa's house. They're listening to music, people singing, all types of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my grandpa, I love my grandpa. Miss him dearly. But we would go to his house, and him and my grandma, my dad's parents, and music be blasting. He'd be on the grill, you know what I'm saying, and talking and stuff. And I was like, I have a song after, you know, family members are singing. And then they was like, oh, okay, go ahead, baby, and sing. My dad's eyes got so big. He's like, what is she about to sing? Because they didn't realize that I would listen to everything that they listened to.
Sponging over there.
Because I was quiet, but I wasn't quiet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
So I got up there, and he was like, oh, no. My grandpa's like, let that baby sing. I started singing at Last Night by Ajit. My dad cringes to this day.
Oh, that song is kind of yeah. At 3 years old, huh?
My mom is like,
how that one go?
last night I was inside of you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make you. Yeah.
At 3.
No, that's what my dad. No. My grandpa. No, and they said my grandpa sitting there, sing, baby.
Oh Lord.
So after that, I wasn't.
Didn't
allowed
know
to
what
listen
you
to
were
my
singing,
parents'
but you were
music.
singing a little harder way. It wasn't.
I was too. Like to this day, like I did a show and my parents came. It was for Mother's Day, and my parents came. And I was like, since my dad, it was only a couple of guys. So since my dad was there, I most definitely had to embarrass him. So out of nowhere, I just was like, hey, Dad, I got a song for you too. And I started singing it. And he was like,
no.
he said he still, to this day, he cannot listen to that song at all.
I agree with him. I would hate that
Well, I
song.
mean, in my defense, and y'all tell me if I'm lying, you know that there were some songs your parents would play and you be sitting there and like you be jamming, but as an adult, you start listening to the words and you like, wait a minute.
Like, Daddy and Mommy nasty. Mm-hmm.
Right. Because I'm like, first time I realized what Too Close was about.
Mm-hmm. You're
Y'all
getting
knew.
too close. You're making it hard. This is how we do it in North Carolina. This is how we do it in North Carolina.
I'm done. You space out. Nah, that one in Butter Love too. I was like, they is not talking about actual butter.
No,
Listen,
not at all.
listen.
No parquet part of the song.
I just found out what Rain on Me was about.
Yeah.
Stop.
Rain
Down.
on
Yes,
me.
she's talking about somebody giving her golden showers. Okay.
Listen. These some freaky people out here.
No, but you know what? I can appreciate that kind of music because at least they were metaphoric with it. That
Right.
it took you a long time to figure out what
To
they were
figure out
talking
what
about.
it was. Right.
Because now you got,
Now it's in your face. Pow!
yeah, like you got Throat Baby now. It's just kind of like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It ain't golden showers. It's a pee on your back. Oh my God.
Hey, it's a
Stop,
song-
no,
it's a
not the
song
R.
on
Kelly.
TikTok. It's a song on TikTok. It goes, freak down, ass fat, hands on hand, got to wear to the back. She said, chemical so thick you can see it to the back.
Yes, she did say that.
Yo, they go.
Go bad, go bad, big
Go
go.
bad, bitch, go bad.
When she said camel toe fat, you can see it from the back. I said,
Back.
wait a minute, ma'am.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a
bad
episode,
bitch,
though.
ass fat. What you say? Hair so thin you can wear it to the back. Wait, 40 ounce.
40-inch hair, yours came out of pack.
There you go.
Camel toe thick, you can see it from the back.
They
You're
go,
like-
they go, stick their tongue out.
Go,
And it's like
go back.
7-year-olds singing this song.
Lord,
Yeah.
I gotta go see my daughter doing it on TikTok.
Listen,
God, yeah.
listen. Because I have a 5-year-old niece now. My sister, she's a 5-year-old, and I was like, I wish you would.
Wish you would.
I wish you would. No, she likes
On this
she likes
body.
the music that I listen to, that I grew up on. My parents' music. She listening to Gap Band right now, which I'm really, really proud of.
Right. That's some good music.
Outstanding is her.
That's
No,
some good music.
Yearning for Your Love is her song right now.
Okay. Okay.
She's 5, but she can hit them notes. And I was like, I am so proud. You keep listening to this music, baby. This is the music you listen to. Don't listen
Now
to
you said it was 2 moments. Now you gave us one.
Yes. Oh, that
where's
was
that?
that was the funny one. But
Right.
when I made that crossover, as I got a little older, I was about 9 years old at this time, and I've always played instruments. I was in my room playing my keyboard, and of course, like my parents knew I played instruments because they bought them for me. So it was like I started singing, and as soon as I started singing, my mom, she was downstairs washing dishes. The other kids is outside. I was like, I'm gonna go outside. It's hot. I don't like going outside when it's hot. So I was like, I'm gonna go in my room. She heard me singing. She crept up the steps. She peeked in the door. She said, "Oh, really?" Bet. I was in a girl group with my sister and her best friend. Maybe like a couple months later, I was mad because I was like, I'm not, dude. This is my fun time. You're not gonna make my fun time business, Mom. And she definitely did.
Right.
Had no
Definitely
choice.
did.
Mhm.
Definitely
Look at
did
you
it.
now.
Look at you now.
Look at you now.
I tried to run. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I'm gonna be a normal kid. In high school, I was like, I made one song and I was probably about 16, and I was like, I'm about to be normal. I want to have a like an adult career life. You know what I'm saying? I went to college.
Right.
I ended up, and it's funny because when God tell you you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
Mhm.
So I ended up playing the piano and singing in the school choir. And I'm sitting there practicing, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, how the heck did I get? And then I had to stop because I was like, okay, you in church. Sorry, God. How did I get here? Because I said I wasn't doing this no more.
Right.
Then after that, I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna do it.
No matter how
Here I
you
am.
tried to avoid it, you found yourself right back there.
Yep.
That was your call.
Every time. You know, like, and it's a metaphor. My grandmother, my mom's mom, used to tell me all the time. She said, "You don't keep going around this mountain until you realize you can go up."
Mm.
And then she said,
That's a bar right
when
there.
you realize you gonna go up, that's when you accept who you are. And when you start going up that mountain, that's when
Started
everything changes.
sending, right? You started sending.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, you rap too. Okay.
Okay.
Just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. So do you said at 16 you wrote your own song. What was that song about?
16. Oh
What was the
man,
song about? Yeah.
it was a little song about me having a crush on some, like those kid songs.
Okay.
And then I actually wrote something I should shop to Disney, to be completely honest, because it took all the Disney princesses, but I made it in the way of a breakup.
Got you.
Like,
Got you.
I made it like, do not rub on lamps, do not do this, do not do that. These are all lies. Don't let Disney sell you no dream. So yeah, that's what came from that.
Okay, so now what was your introduction to the music business? Because mom said, okay, you can sing. I'm gonna put you with this group. Give us kind of like the story behind you getting into your craft, your God-given ability.
Or the moment you kind of gave into it and stopped trying to avoid it.
Right.
Oh, I was in college, just turned 21. I was sitting there playing piano, singing in the church by myself, playing the piano. And like the pastor, he would always just open the door because he knew I was gonna come in, because we always had practice every other day. So it was kind of like I was sitting there and I had to have a spiritual moment. Like I had a conversation. And he was like pretty much telling me, like, you gonna stop fighting me now, or are we gonna keep going around this mountain? Because that made me think of my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I'm done fighting it. So when I ended up transferring schools, because I was in North Carolina at the time, transferring from Queen's University in North Carolina to Kent State in Ohio. And I started doing like little things where I would take my keyboard, and every time I went home, I would go to like open mics we had in the city. And things kind of just blossomed from there, like working with different producers, opening for national acts, things along those lines. And then now I'm making myself into a national act. So it's kind of like, it's inevitable. And of course, you run into those little bumps along the road. Every artist has run across, I don't want to do this anymore. Forget this. This is not meant for me. I just want you want like every other month you want to quit, of course. But it was kind of like, you come too far to quit. And when I was like, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna keep going, and here I am. Yeah.
I want to kind of fast forward just a little bit. When you say you was like doing opening acts, I saw that you were opening for like Jeremiah and August. How did that come about, and how was that experience?
Oh man, from me working so hard in like studios, people would hear my voice. I started becoming known in my city and in the surrounding areas like Cleveland, Columbus. I started building my name up, and people started reaching out to me, like people I had met from networking with the club owners and stuff like that. Connections from my parents working with music and stuff like that, because my mom, she worked in music most of her life anyway. So it was like just like little things like that I built, the relationships I built. I ended up, they're like, oh, can you come do this show? Are you free for this? And I was like, all right, bet. So the very first show that I had was the Jeremiah one. And I had dancers and everything. Like my first song, I played piano, went, switched out clothes, and then came out and we was dancing. And it was like, the word of that spread. And the next thing you know, I got called for another show, called for another one. And then like when it reached the August Alsina one, it was a big moment, I felt like, for me, because they had brought August Alsina to Youngstown. And literally I went on right before him.
Wow.
And it was like people that I know that had been out here grinding and stuff before me, but it kind of showed you like, okay, your worth ethic is showing because you're outworking people that have been doing this for a while.
Right. Right.
So that's when I was like, all right. And then when you hit the stage and you see like, then not to mention, let me tell y'all this, that show was crazy because I was the only female on that roster.
Wow.
To be the only female on that roster and then to see all the females in the crowd, you're like, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Right.
They're not here for me. They don't want, but the good thing was is I ended up improvising because I had been using male dancers at the moment because I was switching between female and male. And I was using male dancers at that time. And you know, this before women became free.
Okay.
Like where they was going to be around women a lot. They was like, they were still in that phase, you know, they looking at you strange and stuff.
Yeah.
So I had my guys and we ended up opening up. Like, of course you do like your covers because you want to introduce yourself. My cover was actually Body Part.
Okay.
And I'm coming out there dancing with these two guys there in like these like jean jackets and white beaters, and they both worked out. And so you seen the little chisel and everything. I was like, oh, I'm about to slut both of y'all out and just letting y'all know right now. Like, I'm letting y'all know right now. They was like, because of course they guys, they see a crowd full of females. This is true. Listen, I had to do what I had to do, y'all.
Hey, smart.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they had it. The guys had a great time. Let me put it that way, because it was like I had this one song at the time called Replay, and I was talking about intercourse in a way, in a way of explaining it metaphorically as music. And I was like, at this one point, I was like, I need y'all to go in the crowd. I sent them into the crowd. They're lifting girls up, going on the thing, doing the like Chris Brown dive on girls and stuff like that. I was like, yep. I said, I got my standing ovation. I got off the stage. I was like, thank y'all. Love y'all too.
You had the Chippendales part of your show, huh?
I did. Because I did what I had to do. Okay.
Yeah, the Magic Mike's. Okay, I see you.
Because I mean, and it wasn't, I didn't just make it for the girls, because there were some guys there. I ended up, I put a guy in a chair and I brought him on stage. And I gave him a show as well.
Oh, wow.
And so I got my respect. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the great, it was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this little piece of Janet. I'm gonna give you this little piece of Janet that I do have in me, and y'all are gonna enjoy it. Okay? We had a great time.
Let me ask this. Just from hearing what you're saying, I can tell you're a true artist and you really believe in putting on a show and giving fans something to remember. Where did you get that from?
Oh man, watching my mom and my sister perform, really, because my mom, she would put on a show. My sister, she would go out there by herself and sing by herself. So it's like being able to watch them. And like at the time, like my sister, she had a deal on the table and everything like that. And she ended up walking away from it because she wanted to she's a nurse now. and she's actually getting a practitioner. So I love my sister. I'm very
Hey,
proud
all
of her.
right, mom.
God bless.
And and my mom, she's a project manager now. She worked for George Power. So it's like, but like they also would have me watching stuff along those lines of like, I watched Janet a lot. I watched Michael a lot, Prince a lot. It was kind of like, if you're gonna do this, it don't matter if it's 5 people or 500,000, you give them the same show. Because when you truly make a fan, and you truly make a fan, that fan's gonna be your fan for life.
For life. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm coming here, if I want to go to a show, I want somebody to put on a show good enough that I'm leaving like, did you, man, let me tell my friends about, you know what I'm saying? Right. This girl. And so like I recently had a show, I had one for this thing called Bonfire here in Atlanta. And they had asked me last minute, like, can you do this? And I was like, I got you. 3 days, I learned a dance, finished the song, we improved the dance, and me and the girls was on stage before.
Nice.
And I performed with a live band behind us on top of that. Wow. So like, you gotta, like, it's kind of like the work ethic you put into it. You got to give them exactly what you want. You put out what you want. So if I want people to give me that love and respect, I got to give them that love and respect too. Like I'm gonna give you what you paid for, maybe a little bit more, because you're gonna come back.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: what gives you that quick twitch to improvise? Where you get that from? Like to see something and to be able to ad-lib to say, hold up, the crowd is all women. Dude, y'all gotta take off your shirts. We're gonna do this. Where does that come from?
It's techniques that I learned growing up, because you gotta pay attention, because even being it now, you still gotta watch, like little stuff might get sprung on you. You kind of gotta go with it.
Right.
But if you could catch something to where you're paying attention and you see it, then okay, I'm gonna play off of that. If I know, like something I know is like, I'm one of those type of people, I have a very hard time staying on stage. I don't like to stand in one spot. Like I'm not, I can't stay here. It irks me. Right. I will get off stage. I'm in your face, your hat, that's mine. I'm over here with it. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to her. Like my last show, I had 4 girls walk up to me and said, "You said guys, but I really wanted to go in your chair." I said, "You should have just walked to the stage." And I'm like, and it's like, I had people like, can you put her in your chair next time? And I'm like, yeah.
So, is that something you're gonna maybe try out?
I had to switch it up.
Oh yeah, I've had no, like I put girls in chairs before. Okay. Yeah, no. Because the thing is like, of course, I'm comfortable in my skin.
It's entertainment.
I love my men. Okay, I love men. But at the same time, I understand, like, you got to cater to everybody. There's like, your fans are wide and long, all different genres, all different shades, colors, sexualities. You have to cater to everything. So being okay with, like for instance, Teyana Taylor, best way to put it. Rihanna,
ultimate performer.
Yeah, like they're gonna put on a show. Yeah. Rihanna and Teyana Taylor, both, and Janet, have all pulled female, male, didn't matter what, you could have been a dog. You coming on the stage,
right?
And you gonna get this show. I mean, I'm not gonna dry hump a dog, but you get what I'm saying.
Hey, like we said earlier, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Cause and the crazy thing is I think that they get surprised, because something else I don't do, I don't ever sing over top of my voice on my tracks. I always sing with the show track. Like if I'm gonna sing, you're gonna hear me sing. And a lot of them like, that was the song, right? I said, no, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like this, like we have so many people with the auto tune, so many people with the background and stuff like that, where like, especially you see it a lot with rappers, they're rapping over top of their vocals.
Right.
I respect it more if I see you drop them vocals out and you actually spit.
Yes,
and you actually singing, and I can hear your voice. Because the thing is I'm like, damn, you got some pipes on you.
Right.
Yeah.
You got stamina. You actually got bars. Like, that's dope. Because you never know. You might end up improvising. Like, especially.
That's where I was going with it. You
Yeah.
might see some or start see how the crowd reacting to certain things, and that gives you the ability to, okay, let me take it here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And not be
Because,
stuck in that pattern.
Yeah.
like my song, WTFYM, that song is rockin' beat. It's a rocky song. So it's like when you playing that with a live band, your guitarist might go off. Your drums might go off, which means you got to go off. You can't, if you stick into the actual song and you singing over top of your song, that's not leaving room for you to vocally. They're going to hear the band members, but vocally they're going to be like, okay, well, the band was dope.
Yeah. What was
No,
that?
I'm going to improvise with
Hang
them.
on.
Like, I'm going full on Betty White with you. You about to get all these words, these lyrics.
So the basis of most of your music, is it personal experiences? Is it
I knew this was coming.
Get that face.
Yeah.
Yes.
That face is it all.
Yes, actually, yes, they're personal experiences, because I feel like I say this all the time to people, artists are guinea pigs. What we go through, we share with the world to help somebody else go through what they're going through.
Right. Okay.
So that means like my pain could help somebody else through their moments and their trials and their tribulations. Because I mean, like, for instance, 411, Mary J. Blige. How many of them songs did y'all sing? And you
That's a strong lady.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, she went through a lot. So it's like, if I can be transparent on this track, it's gonna help me emotionally anyway, because I'm letting it out. But I can help, you don't know how many people from me being transparent, because they understand, dang, she doing this and she doing that and she going through the same. Yes, I am going through the same exact junk that you're going through. So like I like to tell my stories, and because they're real, from real experience.
So we're gonna dive into what the fuck you mean.
What the fuck you mean?
Yes.
Nah.
You gotta ask that sometimes.
Nah.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't even want to know his name. I don't even want you to rat on that man like that.
Oh no, because you know I keep names out of it. Ain't nobody suing me on nothing.
Yeah, I don't want you to rat on that.
You
king,
know,
that
the way I look at it is you know.
Yeah, we don't want you to say that king name.
He know who he is. He knows. And the thing is to this day, it like you can never escape what you did. That's how I feel about it.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Here you go.
Toxic. In this toxic world we live in.
Yes.
They say two wrongs don't make it right.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
But it damn sure make us evil. Was that the kind of mindset you had in that song? Because, you know, he was out there doing his little thing. So you said, oh yeah, really? You got a text, I think, from a young lady or something that was telling you something about something. But but how you gonna believe that lady? How you don't know that she just didn't want your man and was trying to break up your situation? She's trying to raise a hand. Come on, come with it.
Oh, dang. So this would have put me in, coach. No, like
what's up? There you go.
What ended up happening was she sent me messages, and the messages she was sending, she somehow got my cell phone number. I had to block her twice from 2 different numbers. Then she sent me a DM of the sonogram.
Oh.
And then she sent me copies of their conversation. And it was like, this was an ex of yours. It wasn't like this was a person that out the blue popped up. No, this was somebody I know that you messed with before me.
Got you. Got you.
And when I was in my most vulnerable state, I had just lost my grandfather, my dad's dad. And I wasn't in the position to be like, active, like where I want to hang. I went out for a second. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't in the position of being active where, you know, I'm giving myself to this person. Cause you know, like I'm dealing with a lot because my grandfather was like my second dad. I spent a lot of time with my grandfather. So it was like, instead of you being there for me, he's being emotionally available for me during that really horrible moment in my life. You were being sexually available for somebody else.
Right.
And he said, oh, you weren't giving me any and this and this and that. That's your excuse. Let me call your mom real quick. So she can come get you. Go live with her. Don't live with me, live with her. That's what you want to be.
You even told him to call Tyrone. You said Tyrone name with some emphasis.
I want to ask this. Why don't y'all just leave Tyrone out of it?
Tyrone
be chilling.
Listen. The thing is he actually did have a friend named Tyrone. He did.
Oh,
he did.
Tyrone, like, look, man, I got to
call your homies. No, because the thing is it's like, you know, and I never knock nobody for being a for real friend, being there for their friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got cover. Wrong is wrong and right is right. If your boys can cover for you, your boys can help you move out. Your boys can help grab your stuff. Because here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Because here's the thing. When Tyrone and them wasn't there for you, who was there for you?
Right. Facts. But you know what's even doper about your response? What I feel even more is that you just went out with your girls. You went out with your friends. You didn't even say in your song, like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna go get this other, because I know it's mad dudes that's on the waiting list. I mean, that's needless to say, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't say that, you know what I'm saying? You was just like, I'm going out with my friends. I'm going out to 6 a.m. So when you ask me where fuck you mean where I'm at?
Right.
So I'm feeling it. But you know, I had to poke the bear a little bit.
Of course, it's okay. You can poke that bear because the big one, of course, you're gonna ask questions like you said, bleaching clothes and cutting sneakers. I said, you want me to do that.
Yeah,
right.
And the reason I said you want me.
Right.
The reason I even said you want me, I bet you want me cutting sneakers and bleaching clothes, but no, I'm gonna leave them outside the door because if I neatly put your stuff out, that's a level of calm you never want a woman to get to.
Right.
That means you
I'm destroying your stuff.
You emotionally.
Right. If I'm cutting your stuff up, pouring bleach on, that's too much. That's too much caring. There's too much emotion.
Yep.
You get me to that point where I'm neatly folding them up for you. Here you go. Here you go, honey. Take these with you. There's no coming back. That door's. Worry about yourself, homeboy.
Yes, I mean, you would have cared enough to make him feel the way you were feeling. You put it out there. Be like, you sure you don't want to cut this shirt?
So how was the energy reciprocated when he's seeing that element of crazy? That's an element of crazy right there. To be so calm when you know inside you wanna take a hammer and probably bang on the side of his head with it. But
man, I went to punch him dead in his chest.
Right, but you chose an alternative route. How did he respond to that?
I don't think he understood it. Because he used to the crying, tears. Oh, baby, good. Because then you thinking, okay, I can smooth this over. Let me rub on her back a little bit. She might let me touch her booty or something. No. Because here's the thing. Again, let me say this again. It's a want. Being with a person is a want. That's what my dad always taught me. Right. So if I made it a want, it's not a need.
Not a need. Yep.
I could literally. They make too many toys nowadays.
But what
that don't talk back, that don't cheat on you. Right. None of that. My whole point of the matter was, it's like, really, I didn't even worry about his reaction. He was confused, of course, but I didn't really focus on his reaction because at that point I was more focused on my healing.
Right.
What makes me happy? What am I about to do? How am I about to move forward? Because I had invested a lot of time, and I think that we as human beings, we want to hold on to stuff because we put so much time and effort into something, not because we know we want to stay, but because we don't feel like starting over. I don't like, it's a lot where you feel like, I don't feel like teaching this new guy to pee on the mat. And this is your bolt, like, you know what I'm saying? And like guys feel like, I don't feel like teaching this new girl, don't scratch my couch. Because if you even put it in animal terms, you gotta relearn colors and birthdays and all that type of stuff.
That's a fact. Yep.
And you gotta remember like doing it.
You gotta remember names, because when you with somebody for so long, you should call them that name. You gotta remember that name, because you would sit up and say, yep, and you look at that person like, you ain't just call me that name.
Oh no, you mess me over. You're like credit, you fall off.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's frightening to me, to have to try to be with somebody so long and say that it ends, and to have to try to get to know somebody over again. That's just frightening to me. I think
this is how I want you to look at it though. It's not you learning or getting to know somebody else. You take that time to get to know you. Who that somebody else is gonna fall in the line with you, who you're supposed to be with. Cause that's how I had to learn it. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna cry, you're gonna go through your emotions, you're gonna drink your wine or your Hennessy, you're gonna get it out your system. You're gonna play all the Keisha Cole you need to play to get it out your system. But mine personally, I was playing Biggie and Tupac and Too Short stuff. That's how I got over stuff. But at the same time, it's like this. Why you got act like right? What's my favorite word? Say no, but like real talk. But real talk, it got to this point, like, and my Pimp C. Of course, I listen to my Pimp C.
Okay.
That's another conversation. But it's kind of like this. It's like you are relearning yourself because you just went. I don't see it as mistakes. I see it as lessons and blessings. You just learned something new about yourself, what you're willing to put up with, how far you're willing to go, and what you're willing not to put up with. And when you learn that about yourself, you can get to know yourself. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I took myself out to eat with my friends. I was, enjoying myself. I did as much as I could. I made sure I prayed. I actually fasted for, I want to say 2 weeks to get everything, because people think that when you're with somebody and you exchange, when you're having sex, that's an exchange of energy.
Right. It is.
Fluids, energy, everything. You got to flush your system, because the whole thing is like, you don't want to be sitting up. Of course, you're going to think about that person every now and again when you're in that relationship, and especially if you spent a lot of time with that person. But you got to get to know, okay, let me love me more than I love that person. And that's what the fuck you mean is all about. Like, I'm gonna give the love that I was giving to you, the appreciation, the time, I'm giving that back to myself, because obviously you didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
And the person that's supposed to deserve that, he gonna come into my life regardless. I'm gonna be at a good enough space to where I don't put that energy on that next person, because that's another thing. People like to jump into relationships right after they end another one.
Over into that next relationship.
Because they're so used to having somebody laying next to them. Usually a lot of people do it because they're like, okay, I got to fill this void in my bed. I got to fill this void of this person where they used to be. And instead of them taking that time to be like, okay, let me get me to a point where I'm not harboring any animosity or any anger for this person, to where I don't pour it into my next relationship. Because I mean, if you have dirty water and you got a clean cup, you just gonna pour that dirty water into that clean cup? Or you gonna rinse that cup out and then pour clean water into that new cup? I can't make somebody that never did anything to me pay for what somebody else did. And I think that's where a lot of toxic relationships come from. It's like you get cut by somebody else and you bleeding all over the next person. And then you end up cutting that person the same way that you got cut. Now you done created a whole monster out of somebody who was willing to give you the world. That's what I had to learn. And it's like another thing I do want to thank my family for, my sister and my dad. My mom, she shook me, but my sister and my dad, like, it was like they had some real conversations with me. Like, my dad, best way for me to say is, my dad sat me down and he said, baby, men are stupid. He said, and he was like, it's not that we don't love
Disagree
you.
with him.
No, and this is why he said this. He said it as far as like the age range. He broke it down. He said he was like, a man could be 40, but be 4 up here. Until you find somebody that's equally yoked and has been through a little bit of your life, has understood heartache, heartbreak, and pain and everything along those lines, and learned to fix themselves before they got into something else. Yeah, right. If they could be mature enough to say, you know, I'm not gonna smash this chick because it's not gonna make no sense. Because all I'm gonna do is create a whole nother situation. I'm not straight yet. I know I don't want a relationship. He was like, you gotta carry yourself like that. And then my sister, she went about it as she told me she made me write down everything on a sheet of paper. And she said, now tell me everything you want in this man. I was like, all right. My brother got on the phone. He said, all right, now are you the woman you need to be for that man? I said, ooh, I'm kind of question like that. Yeah, and I was like this, I said, and that's why I said I love my siblings, because I'm able to talk about this stuff. Like, and even like another one is my best friend. Now this is crazy. I was born the same day as Biggie. She's born the same day as Tupac. Wow. We've been friends since 5th grade. I can't make this up. Her name is Amber. I love you, Amber, if you ever see this. Now, hey, Amber, that's my baby. But she even said, she was like, now, Rich, you know what you want. You know what I'm saying? She was like, why are you putting up with stuff that's less than what you want? And it came down to that list that my sister and my brother was talking about, like match, be evenly yoked with the person, the man that you want. And then like my dad even, he said, that's why I fasted. He was like, you need to pray. He's like, talk to God, be specific, because if you're not specific, right, you're going to end up getting a good guy. It's not either going to look how you want him to look, or he going to have some web feet or something. He's like, be honest. Yeah, but I mean, like, he for real was like, be honest about everything you want. And when I was completely honest about it, I'm like, okay. And he said, now light on fire after you pray, go outside, let it go into the air and forget about it. He said, let it go. And the person that's supposed to be in your life is going to walk into your life, and it's going to surprise the heck out of you. Yeah, right. Because the position you're going to be in is going to be worth it. And like, that's why I made What the F You Mean, because it's like, I had to get it all out my system. I know what my worth is, but it took for somebody to do me the dirtiest I think I've ever been done, for me to realize you've been putting up with way more than just this, because I shouldn't have to worry about nobody DM me. Right. Nobody. Right. I shouldn't have to worry about, are you respecting me when I'm not there? Because for your boys to be like, one of his good friends that I was friends with too, could he like stop being friends with him out of nowhere? And I'm like, well, so he said, all I'm gonna say, Rue, is that he said, I'm not gonna ever hate on nobody. And that's exactly how he said it, because this is like family to me. He was like, I just really want you to pay attention to things and do. He's like, you know what's right and what's wrong. He was real cryptic. And it was kind of like things I'm seeing. And then it was like, you see stuff. You know what you see. You know when you see somebody doing wrong, doing dirty, doing the things he ain't got no business doing, or doing things she ain't got no business doing. Because this happens to guys too, especially now, you got hot girl summer and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I make it a whole point. Like, that's another thing I want to tell you about, because we're starting a mental health podcast, where I want specifically even to reach out to, of course, Black people, but my Black men, because there's so much trauma that's been done where women don't fully understand that men have been through so much. And you got like guys, especially, they get told, don't cry. That's not a sign. That's a sign of weakness.
Be strong.
You gotta be strong. You gotta hold this down. You gotta get it by any means, and this and this and that. And a lot of females will take that stuff for granted. Like, and it makes a bad name for the good women out here, because you like, come on now, mommy, come on. You're using this guy. You know you're using this guy. You got a guy that takes you out to eat. You got a guy that buys you clothes. You got a sex guy. You got that's messed up. Because you end up creating what ends up is happening is they're creating monsters too. They create monsters. So those are the things like we talk about, because you gotta rip them band-aids off, and guys have to have a safe haven too, right, to talk about things. Not like, and women can learn from those experiences, because women are from Mercury and Venus, men are from Mars. Men have 4 boxes: that's sports, sex, their locked box, which is their emotions. Usually it's double padded and locked up. And then they have everything that they got to work on, their priority. That's the 4 boxes. Whereas women, we have file cabinets and we have aisles, and everything has a specific place, and we worry about this, and this. And the problem is, like, they might get scarred by a city boy. City boy creates hot girl goes and shits all over a good man becomes a city boy. It's just a continuous thing that constantly happens. When are we gonna break that chain? You really got to break that chain. And that's why, like, I made it important for me to say to you guys, like, I had to take time to empty me out before I hopped into anything else. Because you end up, I could still be emotionally scarred from my last situation and mess up a whole different guy. Like, I had, what I'm saying? I had to be honest, like, I'm not ready for none of this. I'm not ready for that type of thing. I do want friends, but I don't want no type of relationship. I'm not going to just, what I'm saying? Yeah. Girls get urges too. Right. You're going to have to go rub a good one off and call it a day.
We all human.
Right. So it's things like that. I think that a lot of people need to understand. A lot of people need to like take even from, it's deeper than the song of me saying, what the F you mean? Cause guys and girls go through it, just to like, you have somebody out here doing you dirty, and then you have to really come to this conclusion of, I'm not about to let anybody walk all over me. I'm not a doormat. My name is not doormat. My name is, and you state your full government. Like, you tell them your full government by putting your foot down, by letting them know, like, you're not about to do me dirty like this.
There's some feet up behind you, man. There's some feet up.
It's a lot of stuff going on. It's literally my family. They're moving around.
They've been the whole time like, man, I wish you heard with this damn.
You see, look, my family is literally moving around behind me. So y'all, I give you my family.
Hey, family.
You got family. Y'all must say hi.
So 2 things I got
because y'all, unfortunately,
them the feet I saw right there. Them the feet I saw.
That was actually my other half.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. My family.
Yeah, no doubt.
My little cousin, and
we gotta praise together. Praise together, stays together. That's how it works.
No, I'm just laughing because his feet was, and I was trying to block it with my head. I don't know if y'all saw me.
You were talking about putting your feet down. He's putting his feet up.
Yeah.
Bruh, feet down, bro. They know you're here by now. It's fine. Because I kept seeing the covers move. I'm like, bro.
Trust me, we saw it. I was just waiting to get my little joke in there.
Look, listen. I'm gonna be clowning him about that for the rest of the day. But no, like, even that situation, it took for me to outgrow, because this song was made in 2018.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I stayed single for about a year and a half before I ended up dating. Well, actually, not even a year and a half. Actually, 2 years. A year and a half, because it was middle of 2018. All of 2019, met in 2020.
So dude is still a go? He's still thumbs up?
This one? Yeah. This one's daddy approved.
Nice. Okay. Hold on. Is he sister approved?
Yeah.
Oh,
seems to be.
I do you one better. He's niece approved.
Oh, look at me.
because my niece is
Okay.
that's my heartbeat.
Nice.
And she don't like you.
How does he take the traveling and the attention and things like that? Does it bother him any? No.
He
Yeah,
takes
that's a
it in stride.
Mhm.
And that's another thing where I said being equally yoked, because
Right.
being in this industry, I don't want to cuss, but I cuss like a sailor, y'all, and I've been hiding a lot of it.
Wow.
He
You've been
said,
doing so well.
you can't be a soft nigga and be with a female that's in this industry,
That's a fact.
You can say that
because you
again.
have to be understand that, you know what I'm saying, posters will be made,
Yeah.
guys will put your girl in the spank bank.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
because I've had, like, even to the point of the DMs.
mhm.
I don't have any kids, but I do have 3 dogs. So if you hear my dogs in the background, those are my kids.
Yeah.
I wish I could claim taxes on these cats. Like,
Yeah. They talking to you too.
yeah, I have a new baby. Her name's Frankie. She's a pug, and that's who's barking.
Oh.
She's been in her cage too long. She's mad. But yeah,
So is your new guy, is he older? He's your age.
he's a year younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But up here,
Mature.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
So
because you got to be able to. If you can't sit down and talk sports with me and my dad, and then flip up and talk politics with my mother,
Mm.
I don't think you're gonna last in my house.
I don't like
Because you run across that. Because I mean, like, both the two biggest important people in my life, I ended up losing. Like, so besides my family, like my grandmother, who I wear all the time, and that's my mom's mom, and then my grandfather. I got 2 tattoos, 1 tattoo for my grandma, 1 for my grandpa. But it's like, those were my heartbeats, and they had set standards as well. Like my grandfather, like my sister, your pants pulled up, he got a belt on.
Mm-hmm.
Can he dress down and dress up? That's another big thing for me, because we know going to events with carpets,
right.
you gotta look like a snack too. I can't have, you know what I'm saying?
Fact. That's a
Like-
fact.
Leave them jerseys and caps at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, like, I mean, like, even to the point where, like, because I have a bodyguard now. His name is Zay, and that's my teddy bear. I love Zay, but even he be clean. You know what I'm saying? Beard. He my big boy. I gotta watch, because sometimes the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. Look, he's like beard life. So, like,
Yeah, I do that often. Yeah. I got beat him off with a hammer. All right, ladies.
The thing is, it's like, even because he's family too. I told him, and he laughs about it. But for real, he's like, sis, I need you to check something. Because I'd be like, he'll tell me, oh, I'm interested. I like little shorty. What's her credit score? Because significant other, you sign if I can't. That's what significant other means. You sign if I can't. If you spell it, sign if I can't. Significant. Because here's the thing, if I can't buy property with you, I can't start businesses with you. This is a partnership.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact.
So all you bringing to the table is dick?
Ah,
No,
what if it's good though?
no.
No.
Because you got to also think about, I got to grow old with this.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you know what I'm saying? Of course you want sex after 60, but sooner or later, you know what I'm saying? It's
That
not
shit
going to be
evolves,
as frequent as you would like it to be.
Right.
But are we able to travel together? Can I have a good time with you? Can I laugh with you? Because that's another big thing. Like, y'all, I'm goofy.
No.
Very real, but I'm goofy. I like to laugh. I like watching scary movies. I like to travel. I like to enjoy myself, because growing up where I grew up, people die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to enjoy your life. If I can't enjoy myself with you, if I can't physically build not only a foundation, like emotionally and financially and like businesses, all this type of thing. If you can't teach me anything and I can't teach you, what are we together for?
Yeah.
That's another big thing. So y'all family now, so I'm gonna need to see credit scores.
Listen,
Not playing.
I'm a 6, a high 6.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other person.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
Because we can work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can the other person, can they, like I said, because I especially want, because I tell ladies all the time, don't just settle for anything. But I want my men to also understand, don't just settle for anything either.
Yeah, we Neanderthal, so we see it in a nice shape and
Yeah.
And
no, because a nice shape can come with a gorilla face. First date, take her to the pool.
A nice shape and a nice face can come with some what you call it, in chemical balances in the brain and
because it's saying that apple can look real pretty on the outside. When you bite into it, if it's rotten, it's not gonna work. Like, because here's the thing, you could find somebody that's beautiful inside and out. That's another thing. I'll take somebody, like, I can literally be attracted to a person straight off of personality too.
Of
course, they're gonna be cute to me anyway.
I'm really, really big on personality. Yeah. I think personality makes a person beautiful.
Yeah, because you like you dress and you smell good, but you ugly, like ugly
inside,
right, and or you're not trying to be mean. You're dumb. Like I can't. Like, do you know what's going on in the systems? Do you know about stuff that's going on? Because I feel like this, you building with a person, you're going to be teaching my children if I'm building with this person. You can't just have anything around you, because I mean, like, and I've watched, like, growing up, I said, being a statistic, you watch men and women just settle for anything, or they're okay with just being in the system. They're okay with using their kids as pawns. They're okay with the toxic bullcrap. Like, you gotta outgrow that sooner or later. Like 21, okay, you in some situationships. I don't expect you to be ready for life, but by the time you hit 30, you got equity. Do you have anything that came with you? Like, did you build something? Like y'all have radio stations, y'all have jobs, y'all have things that you come with. She got to match that energy.
Yeah, high value man.
You can't have nobody on your arm. She's eye candy. Okay, and
high value man.
Don't mind. That's how camera got back there.
I'm just the cameraman.
No, you're not the cameraman. We love you, Glad.
Record that one. Record that shit now. All right. Now, look, Jess, what we like to do on the Movers and Shakers show,
yes,
we like to have a Movers and Shakers hour. We only got 15 minutes, so we're going to have a Movers and Shakers minute. And what we like to do is we conjure up some questions that we was thinking about during the week, and we like to ask our special guests the questions and see just where you at mentally with the questions we ask. Okay? Yes. So, the first question of the week came from myself. I'm going to use my question.
Hi, you.
I mean, ASAP over here. Okay. My question is, did you grow up in an affectionate household where you said, I love you often? If you did or if you didn't, how did it affect your relationships as an adult?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It made me appreciate people, because along the lines, like, I could say I love you and you could walk out that door and not walk back in. So you're never going to go a moment where you don't understand that I care about your well-being. I care about, did you eat today? I love you is different languages too. Because if I can call you and say, did you eat? You straight? You want something to eat? I can pick you up something. That's I love you too.
Right.
So yes, most definitely.
Me, it wasn't necessarily said in my household often. My father always was a show me type of person.
I couldn't
It's
say
easy
that.
for me to say it. It's easy for me to say I love you.
Mhm.
But he was a show me. Show me, because he always taught me love is not about kissy kissy.
No.
Love is about what would you sacrifice for me?
Mhm.
What would you give of yourself for me? What would you do to go out your way for something that I need? What
That's
would
beautiful.
you do that may inconvenience you? What would you do for me? So it wasn't always said in my household, but was understood because of the actions that took place in my household. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And for me, it wasn't said much in my household either. I think in my household, everybody kind of felt like it should be understood. You know what I'm saying? But I wish we would have said "I love you" more, coming up. And I probably really didn't learn to make it a priority to say that until I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, I tell my wife and my kids all the time that I love them.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels natural now to say it. But at first, I really had to learn to do that because it wasn't said in my household. People felt like, you know, I love you. I gotta say it.
Right.
The sad
And
me
that's how-
came out.
But that's how it is with my household now, because I find myself following a lot of my father's teachings, but improvising on it, making it better. So I am a person who will tell my girls, my wife, I love them often. But I also at the same time show them. I show them a lot more than I say it.
I think that's a good thing too, because like love languages are a true thing. Like, whereas, you're an action person.
Right.
You compromise by telling another person that may be a words person, saying I love you, but you're also showing them. And for you, it was tough because you didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? And you said you had to learn it. You were willing to open yourself up to learn it from another person. I think that's a beautiful thing.
I agree.
I'm so proud of y'all.
I'm
so proud. You were doing
What about yours, man?
my heart.
So,
we can't forget about the
cameraman.
No.
guy.
What about you, buddy?
Don't you, buddy?
Come
What you,
on
buddy?
now.
Mr. Mad Vlad.
and I'm gonna reciprocate something ASAP said. So it wasn't like that. We didn't say it was implied. And now in my household, I say it 80 times a day,
Right.
as much as I can. And then I had an artist, Sal Diesel, aka Mental Case, who right now had a stroke, so he's dated, but he's the first grown person to just a grown man. I don't know. He's like, hey bro, I love you. And it felt weird.
Aw.
But then I got used to it. And so like every time we leave this building, y'all, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
And it just becomes easier and I feel way better about it. And we need to say that more.
Yeah.
Because we can go through stuff, but we know we love each other, right? And that's what really matters. And then gotta do that, man. There's
Yeah,
too much
you do.
and talking about shit about each other, we should get back to loving each other, like you said, building each other up and bringing stuff to the table equally.
All right, go back to the camera. Good job.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a beautiful thing because real talk, like when you have your extended members of like your extended family members saying I love you, you might help somebody get through their day.
Right. That's
because they might not get it from anywhere else.
Yeah.
They know here somebody cares about them.
Yeah.
That type of stuff is important.
Very important. Okay, so our second question is coming from Waynehead, DJ Waynehead, pardon me. And he asks, do women with high masculine energy automatically tap into their feminine energy when they're around a more masculine man?
Yep.
So they don't hawk up and like, hold up. Nah.
I can tell you this because, like, again, my parents raised me to be a strong woman.
Right.
So it's like I've been in relationships where, but that last one that I wrote, what the fuck you mean? I had put the pants on in a relationship. I was paying bills. I was doing this. I was doing that. Right. When you have somebody that comes into your life, that's like, I got you.
Right.
you automatically cross your legs. You felt your bra go back on. Like
You had a little tingle right there, huh? A little tingle.
You say
you felt
on a steak?
like, wait a minute, you told me, like, cause I mean, you go from somebody that sat on the couch and then want to get dressed and go out with his friends, come back drunk. You smell like perfume, stuff like that, and you come home to somebody that say, I cooked dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Or sexiest thing you can tell me, I paid the light bill. I love hearing that. You paid it.
What's going on in that room, boy?
Come here. No, like seriously though, because I mean, like run you a bath. It could be as simple as running a bath and putting my favorite my favorite bubble bath and bath salts in there.
Mm-hmm.
You remembered.
Right.
I got it. Or even like you have kids. When if like because women usually run, like men run the overall household, whereas women run the household, if that makes any sense.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Because like a lot of women, even back in the day, if the man went to work, but that woman cooked, cleaned, took care of the kids, took care of homework, did this, did that, ironed your clothes, did all the different stuff that work in the house. Right. And then we slowly got into the thing where women worked and still were doing that. And then men might pop to help out and be like, the simplest thing, you could literally wash dishes. She come in the house and the house smell like pine sol. That's going to instantly put a smile on her face, because that's one less thing. You took it off her plate. Like you didn't even have to, she didn't even have to ask. You just took it off her plate. Right. Because it's like, you know, when you go, like if you were to go to work, you come home and you got a big ass piece of steak waiting for you with some potatoes and a nice cold beer and or some Henny and Coke, and you like, oh, you love me. Come here, girl, let me rub your feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's something like that. Or it's the reverse for us. So like you taking some stuff off my shoulders too. You telling me I can actually sit down and actually breathe and relax? Oh, you're not going nowhere. You hungry? You want that new PlayStation? You want it? Okay.
The five. I need the 5. Not the 4, I need the 5.
The 5. Yeah, you want the 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like, and I got the new 2K, and I got you the new.
She just got that.
Like, but I mean, like for real, like because in the situation I'm in right now, I would take him on dates just like he would take me on dates. Word. Like he surprised me one day. I'm like I said, I like to have fun. Let's go. He's like, we're going to Six Flags today.
Nice.
Bet. I told him we're going to the aquarium today. You've never been. Stuff like that. Or I'd be like, get dressed, we're going to dinner. It means something to us when you open the door where I can be free enough to be feminine and be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Draws are yours.
Needless to say. Come take them. Yeah. No
They're
doubt.
in your pocket. They're not even on me anymore. They were in your pocket. I don't even.
Right.
Yeah.
It's reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? It's appreciated. Right. No,
yeah.
100%. So Tay, do you have a match moment for her today? Yeah. Okay, so
one from last.
I'm gonna
have to look at in the phone.
The floor is yours. I don't think you sent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, the floor is.
Open your phone. My phone is on live. I'm sorry. Don't swipe left.
Okay, I won't.
So, but while he's pulling up this, we have a segment of the show that we call MASH Moment. And MASH is an acronym for Movers and Shakers Honesty.
Okay.
Where I kind of come up with these little situations. Some of them are thought-provoking. Some of them can be inspirational.
Oh, Lord.
And some of them are just some plain old bullshit that I just came up with.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah, that's very good. No, okay. Nice.
Oh, okay. So
told his ass don't swipe left.
I know. Oh, have mercy. I didn't see him.
Oh God. Lord.
I would see you this way.
I warned him. I warned him.
Yeah.
So, mash moment for the day.
Oh God.
Say one day your significant other tells you they just hired a new guy or girl at work and that he or she is training them. Then they go on to say the guy or girl is so cool, they're funny, and that they can see themselves kicking it with them. So you like, oh, that's what we doing? Meeting new niggas or meeting new women and now befriending them? Then your significant other goes on to say, hell no, he or she is gay. They go on to say he is super flamboyant or she is super masculine. You don't have nothing to worry about. They also tell you that they've invited the friend to the gathering you guys are having this weekend. So the weekend comes, the friend arrives, and sure enough, this guy is super flamboyant or the girl is super masculine, but very cool as your significant other described. So in the next couple of weeks, your significant other and the friends started hanging out quite a bit. Then one day, you're out with your homies and you see the friend, but they don't see you. They're with someone of the opposite sex, but it doesn't seem as if they're hanging out. They're cuddling, kissing, they're all into each other. They're actually on a date. So you go over to say what's up to the friend, but this isn't the same flamboyant or masculine chick that you've met previously. This guy seems to be very masculine and this girl seems to be very feminine. But also the friend doesn't really remember who you are. So you just play it off and say, oh, my bad. I thought you were someone else. When you get back home, you tell your significant other what you just saw. They laugh it off and say, that's crazy because he or she is never that way when we're hanging out. I've never seen that side of them. So you tell your significant other, I bet, but just keep an eye out for the friend because something don't seem right about that. Then again, you out at a different spot, chilling with your friends, and you see the friend again with a different dude or a different chick doing the same thing, cuddling, kissing. The dude is being very masculine and the chick is being very feminine. So, do you A, tell your significant other to stop kicking it with the friend because they're playing a game and maybe the gay thing is an angle they're using to get in close? Or do you B, tell your significant other, from now on, when your friend wants to hang out, nah, B, we all hanging out. Or do you C, trust your significant other, and maybe, just maybe, the friend is bi? Or do you B, you probably handle it a totally different way?
I feel like this. I'll handle it a completely different way.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because I mean, like, one, I feel like if you're willing to cheat on me or so do something along those lines, something stupid like that, you weren't mine in the beginning anyway.
Okay.
Two, I should be able to trust you with anybody. It shouldn't matter what their preference is. And then if I'm telling you, like, oh, I seen this, I'll probably ask them, like, are they bisexual? I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I think they're full gay. And if it comes off like that, then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to put my faith in you that you can handle this accordingly. Because again, I'm at that point in my life where either you here or you ain't here. My train keeps moving regardless.
Right.
So do. So I feel like this, like another thing is if I'm cool with that person if they act like they didn't see me at first, that would have been a red flag for me anyway. Because like for me, you gonna remember who I am anyway. Because if we all hanging out, we like, oh, you cool, this and this and that. You hanging out with my significant other. My significant other talks about me just as much as I talk about my significant other. Because to be completely honest, his best friend is gay. So like, and Bree, she's like family, real talk. She's not like, she's straight. I just met her girlfriend, checked her credit score, was good. And she, so it's like this, I know that one, his best friend ain't gonna let that slide neither. Cause she'd be like, oh, you, let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Or knowing him, he's gonna catch on real quick. Cause I mean, like being in this business, I've been around like a lot of homosexual males and females. So it's kind of like, if I can't trust you, then I shouldn't be with you in the first place. Right. If I peep something and I let you know my concerns, you take heed to my concerns and you address it yourself, or you lose out. Right. There's no toss out. Okay. I'm too old to be dealing with child, be with him or her or it, whatever it is. Go be over there. Right.
Okay.
Got toys for you.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you 100% on that situation. I usually got a joke for his MASH moments.
Man, that was a crazy scenario.
Yeah. Today that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a bit much. And like you said, if I see red flags and I bring it to your attention, and you don't, and that's your friend, that's not my friend, so I don't have to address that person at all, because I don't have to have to be bothered with that person.
Come on.
and I bring it to your attention and you don't address it, then that means to me you hiding something with them. You may be hiding something with them. So, like you said, if I can't trust you with anybody, then that means you're not for me anyway. I'm not looking through phones. I'm not searching through no email. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not doing none of that shit.
That's too much energy.
Too much. It's too much. I'm not doing that.
And now you got to hold the phone like trying to capture their face to get the thing. I don't got time for all that. Like, no. Try to sneak and get their pinky.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm a dude that follows my instincts too. My instincts is gonna always tell me, yo, something right there.
Yes, it will.
The male intuition. We got intuition.
We got it. I don't know about you, cuss.
We got two intuitions.
Yeah, that's why y'all crazy.
Yeah. And I'm already, it's a lot going on over here, man. That's why I said twin bulls.
Yeah, see? So yeah, I'm with you 100%. 100%. Look, I ain't got time to play no games. Listen, I done told you already. You either need to fix it or figure out what it is and do what you need to do, or listen, I'm out. Y'all deal with that. Y'all figure that out on your own time.
Yeah, I will.
Well,
real quick.
I'm like, hey, where we going tonight? Nah, B, we hanging out. We all hanging out. Fuck that. No, I'm just playing.
No, because I mean, at first I was gonna say that, but then I was like, no.
Yeah, that's not even me to even try to be a PI on my significant other. You know, like I agree with both of y'all. Like, if I gotta do all that, then it's not worth that.
It's dead.
If I bring that up to my significant other and she doesn't take heed to it, or I would trust her to even if the guy is on some bullshit and that's the angle that he's trying to use, even if he's trying to pull that on her, I would trust her enough to curb that and go and leave dead that situation, that friendship or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'm think about it, say, hold up, where we going this weekend?
Yeah, no.
All right, we're going IHOP. I got a taste for the pancakes right now.
You know what? He said some IHOP. I like strawberry syrup.
Strawberry syrup?
Syrup.
I like old fashioned, but it gotta be hot.
I like the
Listen,
old fashioned.
I'm telling you, get the buttermilk pancake, and have them put a little bit more butter than usual.
Yeah.
Pour that and let them heat up the strawberry syrup for you. Pour it on top, bro.
It's different. Yeah, I see
Delicious.
you right now.
Man, look, now I want some pancakes. Y'all playing my emotions.
It's over with, so we can go to IHOP.
Yeah, go to IHOP.
Look, I'm like, hey, yo, we gonna hit up IHOP on the way to the studio. You gonna pick it up?
No doubt. So tell us what you got coming up.
Oh man, I have some shows coming up. We're waiting to see what the deal was because actually, I was supposed to be in Austin, Texas, in a couple of weeks,
Oh man.
and Alabama on the 20th,
Nice.
and then I got Zochella is actually my stylist. He's having a versus where they're like, they've been doing a versus with like singers and artists and stuff.
Right.
They're doing a fashion versus because they're best friends, and it's like already all over Atlanta, everything like that. And so his best friend styles like celebrities. My stylist, he styles some celebrities. Hey, I consider myself one as well. So like I'm performing at that.
Pop the collar when you say that.
Hmm?
Pop the collar. Pop the collar when you say that.
One of those.
There you go. There you
So
go.
nice.
I think you know the too.
Get it. But yeah, so I got that coming up. Couple tour dates. I'm going to Miami and Orlando, to Colorado, a couple of other places. I'm currently doing a TV show. I can't talk too much on. I gotta wait for the ink to dry. Then I can be like, yeah, this is what this is. So, so I got that too. So we working. I won't sleep. I don't believe in sleep.
Okay. So how do any artists, producers, or anything, if they want to work with you, how can they reach out?
If you go to any of my social platforms, I have my website link. That includes up and coming shows. That includes emails, Instagrams, anybody that you need to reach on my team, like from my executive to my manager to my stylist to my glam artist, anybody. You actually can contact everybody from my link. Gives you my songs, videos, everything.
And what is that? Give everybody your platforms.
It's official Just True. Everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, my YouTube, and official Just True at gmail.com. So it takes you to everything. Everything is the same. And then as far as my music is What the Fuck You Mean, Radio and Explicit are both out. We're getting ready to drop my single No Love. That's like almost gives you a throwback, like a 90s throwback feel. And then I also got a couple more that's coming right after that. We released a snippet for my song Imagination, the video for that. So everything is actually every platform. Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. I'm in some playlists for Apple Music. I'm in some playlists for Pandora, iHeart, everything.
So once you come on our show, we adopt you as a little sister.
Yeah.
So we need to know when you coming to Houston to come sit down and chop it up with us in the studio.
We can make it. Listen, you tell me when I'm coming. And I come.
Hey, okay.
As long as you got some pancakes, I'm on the way.
We're gonna have your strawberry syrup too.
Look, see. Don't play with me like that.
Tomorrow I'll be down there.
Look,
we even made way.
Like, we gotta go. They got strawberry syrup, buttermilk pancakes. I'm going.
We even made Wayne put on the shirt down there. Look at him.
I can't. He ain't on the floor no more. We're good.
Well, let's confess. He was at his other job. He's an exotic dancer. Yeah. So if you need another male dancer for your show, Wayne Head. Not only does he DJ, he dances.
His name is. Go ahead.
Did you say his name is? I'm. Go ahead.
His name is Shoulders. Come on, Wayne. Here's Shoulders. Here's Wayne Head Shoulders.
There you go.
Turbo shoulders.
Like, and now coming to the stage,
Exactly.
Miss Johnson, put that back in your purse. No camera. You know, it's always that one creepy old lady.
Always that one creepy old
She
lady
always
with the
make her
wrinkle
way
up
to the
dollars
stage.
in her pocketbook with them napkins. Them napkins and them wrinkle up dollars. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
She trying to give him a peppermint.
Come here,
Dwayne. He'll call him Turbo Shoulders. Come here, Dwayne. Yeah,
I can't
baby.
breathe.
Well,
No.
we appreciate you spending time with us. You could have been anywhere in the world.
We had
But
fun.
Thank you
man.
guys for having me.
But we
It's always
really-
awesome to talk to people that have like intellectual conversations. I love you guys.
Facts. And you know, we really can't wait until you're in this area so we can have some pancakes and sit down and chop it up with you inside the studio, because it's a great
vibe.
it's a great feel to be on Zoom and to meet you, but we want to vibe with you. We want you to vibe. It's an energy in here that
Look,
the Zoom doesn't do it any justice. So
we want you
I
to be
got
a part
you.
of it.
I'm coming in some Timbs. I'm gonna have on my jacket. I just want my pancakes, and I'm gonna eat them in front of the camera. Like, I don't care. Come on.
we'll eat
You're
together.
welcome to do that.
We'll eat
Oh yeah,
together.
correct. I'm just letting you know now. I eat like a little baby wolf, so don't.
She said a little baby wolf. Lord, have
Gonna be
mercy.
like, you got on your face. I'm like,
Yeah.
my bad.
And you can have your little brother come too, and he can have his twinkle toes like on the side of the table over here.
I can't.
It can be a foot sponsor.
We just set him a little pallet up back
Yeah,
there.
yeah, set him up back
Oh,
there.
you gonna see?
Yeah, you're gonna see his feet.
You're like, what
Spirit
is that? Feet.
Spirit
Don't mind it.
toes.
It's wiggling his toes. Just don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I can't.
Too late. Oh, early.
But
Well,
no.
Thanks again. Like I said, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate
Yeah.
you spending time with us. Like I said, your time is very valuable. It's very precious. We understand that. So for you to be able to sit here and give us 2 hours of your time, we appreciate you, True. We
No,
really
thank
do.
you. I had fun anytime.
Oh.
Well, there you have it.
There you go.
He popped back in.
That's all he did. The whole damn show, that's all he did. Well, there you have it.
Possibly. Do you
We
have
ain't getting paid for that one. Your check is gonna have $0.00 on it. Don't think you're getting paid for that shit.
No, we gonna call Miss Johnson. She got him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you potting.
Mm.
Yeah. You
There
potting.
you
True.
go. Oh, to hit him with the show.
Don't worry what you talking about, Dwayne. I got your dollars right here, Dwayne.
Come at the Wayne.
Come here, Dwayne.
Oh my gosh. No.
Hey, Wayne, that's how we're gonna talk to you from now on.
That's it. That's it.
Hey,
Hey,
Shoulder.
Wayne. Shoulder. Yeah, shoulders.
Shoulder.
That's how we're gonna talk to you. from now
Turbo
on.
shoulders.
Mhm.
Stop. No. Not turbo.
Turbo shoulders.
Oh,
Come on,
God.
get the fast motion shoulders. Come on, Wayne, get the fast motion shoulders. Do it again, True. Do it again, True. Show him.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Let me see the lead.
Oh, God.
Please.
Come on back, Dwayne. Come on
Come
back.
back to man.
I can't. Oh.
That's just one of
I'm be thinking that the whole time I'm in the studio because of y'all. I'm be thinking about them damn shoulders.
ASAP.
It's nothing like seeing them shoulders in person.
That's it. That's it. Text on the Instagrams, movers and shakers. DJ Wayne here, ASAP.
D-Tay, JY,
The computer man over there.
the computer man.
And our special guest,
Just true.
Yeah, true.
just True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you. This was a vibe,
Yes.
a Zoom vibe.
Mhm.
Zoom vibe.
18 You've been playing around on me. It was calls and receipts and no texts. She sent them all to me. No, I ain't tripping. Nah, nah. Cause you can play this game, you see. And when I pull you on you know just what I mean. I'll be calling all my friends, I'm going out with all of them. I'm acting up tonight again, and I won't be home till 6 a.m. I won't be picking up my phone, won't see no text, won't be home. And when you ask me where you been, I'ma let you know, better let you know what the fuck you mean. Just tell me why you do me. What the fuck you mean? I'm over all your sorries. What the fuck you mean? 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 Just tell me why you do me. I bet you want me cutting sneakers. You want me cutting sneakers. And maybe bleaching all